Hi, my name is Myra, and this is my journey about my brain injury and my recovery story. Before the injury, I would say I was very goal-driven and career-driven, like I was a go-getter. If I had a goal, I would set my goal and then work towards it. Very independent, so just go and do things on my own and get them done. And I was very social. I used to work out at sea. I used to be really passionate about that, the maritime industry, and I used to go to the gym a lot. Being in the hospital is like a different environment to what you're used to, and the nurses having to check on you numerous times throughout the day while you're trying to rest and recover. Learning about not being the person you were before. Learning about like your injury, the medications you take, or being faced with like fatigue. People that would wear perfume or cologne, it would actually trigger my headaches. Another thing, I was very sensitive to light. I found that I was sleeping a lot, just trying to recover. There would be people in there like talking really loud, or people playing music, or talking on their phone in the hallway on speakerphone. Like those things really irritated me. So I just had to get used to it, and eventually they got me into rehab. So getting me to learn how to walk again and learning cognitive skills, learning how to count. I did improve, but it was a slow process. I felt like I felt dumb and stupid, like I didn't know what happened to me or how, and I was just faced with these new changes. It was just so hard. But you have to just do it for yourself, because then you feel like a sense of achievement that you went to rehab, you've done that, you didn't check yourself out of hospital, you just kept going because you wanted to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, well, I didn't feel like the same person, and I was just extremely nervous, and like I suffered from like extreme anxiety when I was out in public. I felt like everyone was like looking at me and judging me, and I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin, and I was a bit down and depressed. It was extremely difficult, and it still is to this day, but I just have to stay positive. The people around you, like they impact on your life, and like the nurses and just the workers and my family and friends just kept me, in high spirits, and they were just so kind and just made you happy and laugh, and that's what kept me going. You can't just keep things bottled in, because when you do that, you suppress your feelings, and when you suppress your feelings, eventually what's in must come out. So I've taken counselling and psychiatrist appointments, and they're usually free and they're available. The hospital also helped a lot, like they gave me handouts and pointed me in the right direction for any services that I needed. Like you have to stimulate your brain in a way that it's going to improve like your memory and stuff like that. I do memory games, so like cards, like jigsaw puzzles are good. Keeping a diary always helps, because I usually write things in. Just say I'm on the phone making an appointment, I'll write in the date, the time, and what it is, the event. Yeah, it's still a bit hard. Sometimes I have to read over things for them to make sense. There was just so much to learn that I can't even explain it. Like, I had a booklet to actually tell me about brain injuries, and I had to research on Google and stuff like this, and then when I went to my doctor's appointments and rehab, I would just ask questions and questions and questions. And that's the only way I got answers. You're learning things every day about yourself and the injury, you know, like you just have to research and ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, just ask them. Even if they're stupid, just ask them. Because that's the only way you're going to get an answer, is if you ask. Well, I have three people that I would turn to, and number one would be my husband, number two would be my mother, and number three would be my sister. And they usually answer any questions I have or give me some opinions on what I'm thinking. Try and keep strong and look to your family and, you know, reach out for those services, those free counselling services. You know, reach out for them. Don't be embarrassed or shame, you know. Take on board all that stuff.